Good afternoon, Brother Christensen and everyone. I'm back to report on week 9, chapters 18 and 19, the outline of the material that we read. They both chapters concern trade dress and trade secrets. That's chapter 18, and chapter 19. It's an introduction to agency law. Both chapters, I love the practical application that they both bring, and some of the things that is in the universe of every citizen in the world, primarily in the United States, um, that we live in. We come across these terms, or whether we know it or not, interact and interface with situations that have a lot to do with some of the things, especially when we're in business, both working for a corporation as an employer, employee, uh, contractor, and so forth. So whether we know it or not, we live in this world. We just don't know how it all comes together until we have to deal with it directly. So I just love and enjoyed the readings, and it just once again reinstated to me the importance of um, being educated on these matters so we can apply it to our day-to-day life and make better business and personal decisions and make better choices, if you will. So with that, the summary of these chapters, they both provide a foundational understanding of the legal concepts surrounding trade dress, trade secrets, and agency law, which are crucial for protecting business interests and managing legal relationships and commerce. There's a summary of both here. Trade dress refers to the visual appearance of a product or its packaging that signifies the source of the product to consumers. Trade secrets include, on the other hand, any confidential business information which provides an enterprise with a competitive edge. And chapter 19, agency law, governs the relationship where one party, the agent, is authorized to act on behalf of another, which would be the principal, as we so refer to in these chapters. Relevant quotes: as an employer, I work for a large corporation and I'm in a position in which I work with employees that we hire to act as agents of the enterprise under my direction. So the liability runs from the company name to me as a managing partner, director, and then to the employees who are the ones who interface and interact with customers. So it was interesting for me um, to read and the concept of how those relationships work. I found it fascinating and comical, however, the relationship, the interaction between employer-employee relationship. And I quote from Brother Hales, um, quote, an employer-employee relationship is created when an employer hires an employee to perform a service. The employee is bound to follow the instructions of the employer, and in so doing, is considered an agent of the employer. Normally, all employees are considered agents of the employer, even if the employee is not authorized to enter agreements on behalf of the employers. And that's true. But what I found when I say I found comical is that um, that we employers hire employees and they're bound to follow the instructions of the employer, um, implying that yeah they're going to do what we tell them to do. But well, the reality of that is that it doesn't happen that way. Hence why companies have internal processes to ensure that um, uh, there's a fair process to allow people to, once they're given some information and instruction and direction to do something, if they don't do it, what happens next, and what that coaching and development is supposed to look like until they conform or not, right? And what happens thereafter. So when I first read it, I thought, if this statement would really come to light, I would there were so many different problems that I wouldn't have, it would be the perfect world, but it's not. Connections that I made in two fronts: one, business practices, and two, personal use. And I just looked at practical examples. Google came to mind. So with the proprietary software, uh, uh, they have a unique manufacturing process and or customer lists that are considered trade secrets. For instance, and this is the example of Google. Google search algorithms is a trade secret that helps them maintain its dominance in the search engine market. If you do a little bit of research, you realize that they were the pioneers in that front. From a personal use front, on a smaller scale, even individuals, professionals may have trade secrets such as a unique method of working or personal clients list that that we keep confidential to maintain their competitive advantage or competitive edge. Business or small business owners have that um, for personal use. They have the prerogative to keep those um, secrets or trade secrets to themselves, so they have an advantage over the competitors. Personal takeaways: overall, these laws not only protect businesses and their assets, but also ensure trust and reliability in everyday transactions and professional relationships. Understanding these concepts help customers make informed decisions, employees protect valuable information, and everyone and help everyone navigate through their various roles in their agency relationships. Anyways, great learning experience this week. Fascinated by the subject, its immediate application, and how it relates to me directly in the day to day of my professional life. Thank you so much, and we will reconnect next week.